In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to Ibiza, the most complete video you'll watch today about this destination, with the best tips. So let's get started. Ibiza is a Spanish island in the Mediterranean, world famous for being the capital of parties and electronic music. But what many people don't know is that Ibiza has two faces. On one side, the super clubs, the best DJs in the world, and a nightlife that doesn't stop. On the other, a beautiful island with a charming historic center, wild beaches with turquoise water, and a bohemian, relaxed vibe. Let's start with the main attractions, the places you can't miss. The first attraction, and the most important for understanding the island's history, is Dalt Vila. This is the upper town, the historic center of the capital. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a gigantic Renaissance fortress with imposing walls and gates. The attraction here is to get lost on foot in the cobblestone alleys, discovering artisan shops and charming restaurants. Entry to Dalt Vila is free. The tip is to go in the late afternoon, walk to the top, where the cathedral is, and get a spectacular view of the port and the sea. Set aside at least 3 hours to explore. The second attraction is the mandatory day trip, the island of Formentera. Formentera is the neighboring island, and it's the true Caribbean of Europe. The water here is a turquoise blue, so transparent it looks unreal. The logistic is as follows. You need to take a ferry from the port of Avisa in Ibiza. The journey takes about 30 minutes. The main companies are Balearia and Transmed. The round-trip ticket is expensive, costing about €50 per person. Once there, the best way to explore is to rent a scooter, which costs about €30 a day, and go to the most famous beach, Platja de Ses Ilettes. The third attraction is Cala Comte. This is, in our opinion, the beach with the most spectacular sunset in Ibiza. It's a beach with several small coves, light sand, and water with multiple shades of blue. It's very famous, so it gets crowded. The logistic to get there is by car or scooter, about a 30-minute drive from Ibiza. The parking is large but paid, costing about €10. The beach is public and free. Stay there until the sun sets into the sea. The fourth attraction is the Es Vedrà viewpoint. Es Vedrà is a giant, mysterious rock that juts out of the sea on the southwest coast. It's the most mystical place in Ibiza, surrounded by legends. You don't visit the rock, you admire it from a viewpoint. The best logistic is to drive to the parking lot near the Torre de Savinar. From there, it's a short 10-minute walk on a dirt path to the cliff. The sunset view with Es Vedrà in front is unforgettable. Entry is free. The fifth attraction is the #1 club in the world, Ushuaia Ibiza. It's the epicenter of the party in Ibiza. It's a luxury hotel in Platja d'Embossa with a gigantic stage in the pool area. The parties here are famous for starting in the afternoon, around 5 p.m., and ending exactly at midnight due to noise laws. It's where the most famous DJs play. The logistic is easy. It's in Platja d'Embossa. The ticket is very expensive, ranging from 60 to over €100, depending on the DJ. The sixth attraction is the classic nightclub, Pacha. It's the club with the cherry logo, the oldest and most traditional club in Ibiza since 1973. While Ushuaia is open air, Pacha is an indoor club with several rooms and incredible decor. It's located near Marina Botafogo, on the other side of the Ibiza port. The logistic is to take a taxi or the disco bus. Parties here start late, after midnight, and go until 6 in the morning. The ticket is also expensive, from 50 to €90. The seventh attraction is Cala d'Hort. This is the beach that faces the Es Vedrà rock. It's a small beach with sand and pebbles and beautiful water. It's famous for its excellent seafood restaurants. It's a great place to have lunch and spend the afternoon. To get there, you need a car. It's 30 minutes from Ibiza. The eighth attraction is the Las Dalias Hippie Market. Ibiza has a very strong bohemian and hippie soul. Las Dalias is the most famous market. It's on all day on Saturdays and also has night versions. It's in Sant Carles, in the north of the island, about a 30-minute drive from Avisa. Entry is free. It's a great place to buy white ad-lib-style clothing, artisan jewelry, and see interesting people. The ninth attraction is Café Del Mar in Sant Antoni. This is the bar that invented chill-out music and the sunset soundtrack. Sant Antoni, on the other side of the island, is famous for the sunset over the bay. The logistic is to go in the late afternoon. You don't have to sit at Café Del Mar, which is expensive. A cocktail costs €20. The tip is to sit on the rocks in front of the bar with your own drink from a supermarket and listen to the music for free. Finally, Calabasa. This is another spectacular beach, famous for its calm, transparent water that looks like a pool. It's famous for the Calabasa Beach Club, a luxury beach club that takes up most of the sand. You don't have to pay to enter the beach, which is public. But if you want a sunbed from the club, be prepared to pay over €100. It's a 25-minute drive from Avisa. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the ferries to Formentera and especially the tickets for the big Ibiza clubs sell out, or are much more expensive at the door. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the Ibiza to Formentera ferry, boat tours to the Calas, and most importantly, tickets for Pacha, Ushuaia, and High Ibiza, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, like walking tours of Dalt Vila. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper. International travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator, which is essential for Ibiza, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. When is the best time to visit Ibiza? This is the most important tip. Ibiza is a summer destination. The island only truly operates between May and early October. The opening parties happen in late May. The peak high season is July and August. This is when the island is on fire. The best DJs are there. But it's also the most crowded and absurdly expensive time. The best time, in our opinion, is June or September. The weather is perfect. The sea is great. And the opening and closing parties are the best. Do not go to Ibiza in winter, from November to April. The island is a ghost town. 90% of restaurants and hotels are closed, and all the major clubs are shut. And how many days to stay in Ibiza? The answer depends on what you want. If you're just going for the clubs, 3 or 4 days is enough. You'll go to 2 or 3 parties and enjoy a beach. But if you want to really get to know the island, explore the coves, visit Dalt Vila, and do the day trip to Formentera, the ideal is 7 days. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. Choosing your neighborhood in Ibiza is crucial. The first option, for partygoers, is Plaça d'Embassament. The pro is that you are in the epicenter of the party. You can walk to Ushuaia, to High Ibiza, and to dozens of beach bars. The con is the constant noise, 24 hours a day, and it's very expensive. It's perfect for young people who want to party. The second option, for charm and gastronomy, is to stay in the capital, near Dalt Vila or the marina. The pro is the historic charm, the huge number of restaurants and shops. The con is that you're not on the beach, and parking is a nightmare. You'll need a taxi or the disco bus to get to the clubs. It's ideal for couples. The third option is Sant Antoni de Portmany. The pro is that it's the cheapest area on the island to stay. It's famous for the sunset at Café del Mar. The con is that it's very focused on young mass-market British tourism, with lots of cheap booze bars. It's a 25-minute drive from Ibiza. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay in Ibiza or Plaça d'Embassament, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good hotels in Ibiza sell out 6 to 8 months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price. And if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around Ibiza. To get there, you'll fly into Ibiza Airport, IBZ. To get around the island, renting a car or a scooter is essential. Public transport by bus exists, but it's slow and doesn't take you to the best calas and viewpoints like Evedra or Calacont. You will need a car. Renting in the summer is expensive. Expect to pay from 50 to 100 euros per day for a small car. And taxis? Taxis in Ibiza are very expensive. A short 10-minute ride from the airport to Plaça d'Embassament can cost 30 euros. The saving grace of the night is the disco bus. It's a bus line that runs all night in the summer, connecting all the big clubs like Pacha, Amnesia, and Ushuaia, and the main towns of Ibiza and Sant Antoni. It costs only 3 or 4 euros and is the safest and cheapest way to get home from the club. And Uber? There is no Uber in Ibiza. To go to Formentera, you'll use the ferries from Balearia or Trasmed, which leave from the Ibiza port and cost about 50 euros round trip. Mandatory documentation for travelers. To enter Spain, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, your valid passport, and second, travel insurance. Travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called ETIAS will also be mandatory. So check on that before you travel. Let's talk shopping. Ibiza is not an outlet destination. The focus here is on bohemian and luxury fashion. The #1 purchase is ad-lib fashion, which is the white, cotton, and lace clothing style, typical of the island. The shops in Dalt Vila are full of it. The second purchase is club merchandise. The Pacha and Ushuaia stores sell t-shirts and souvenirs that are a status symbol. And of course, visit the Las Dalias hippie market to buy crafts, jewelry, and hippie clothes. And the tax-free tip applies. The tax in Spain, VAT, is 21%. You can request a refund on purchases of any value. There is no minimum. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, the food in Ibiza is classic Mediterranean cuisine with a focus on fresh fish. The most famous dish on the island is boulet de pêche. It's a local fish stew, served with potatoes and an aioli sauce. First you eat the fish, and then they use the leftover broth to cook rice, arroz a banda, which is served as a second course. You'll also eat a lot of seafood paella, and the local drink is the herbal liqueur, which they drink as a digestive after every meal. For restaurant suggestions, starting with the cheap ones. In Dalt Vila, look for Sescalinata. It's a super charming tapas bar where you sit on colorful beanbags on the steps. A cheese and ham platter costs about 25 euros. Another great cheap spot is La Bodega, near the Old Market. A classic and lively tapas bar. A tapas dinner costs about 30 euros per person. Now for the expensive ones. For the best view, go to Es Boldado. It's a restaurant on a cliff facing the Es Vedra rock. They specialize in seafood. A dinner there costs about 80 euros per person. And for the ultimate luxury experience, Leo Ibiza is a cabaret restaurant from the owners of Pacha. It's a dinner show with dancers and singers. It's very hard to get a reservation, and be prepared to spend over 300 euros per person. And how much does it cost to eat in Ibiza? Prepare your wallet. Ibiza is one of the most expensive places in Europe in the summer. A full Big Mac combo costs about 12 euros. The golden tip is to look for the Menú del Dia at lunchtime, which for 15 to 25 euros gives you a full meal. But in the clubs, be prepared. A small bottle of water can cost 12 euros. A beer or a mixed drink can cost 20 euros or more. The tip is to buy drinks at the supermarket to pre-game at the hotel. What about nightlife? The nightlife is the main attraction. It works in stages. It starts with sunset at a sunset bar, like Café Del Mar in San Antonio. Then, a late dinner around 10 or 11 p.m. Then, around 1 a.m., people take the disco bus to the superclubs, like Pacha, Amnesia, or High Ibiza. The party goes until 6 or 7 in the morning. Ushuaia is the exception, as it's a day party that ends at midnight. Traveling with kids? Honestly, it's not the most recommended destination for small children because of the party focus and high cost. But if you do go, avoid Plaça d'Embassa and Sant Antoni. Stay in the north of the island in calmer coves like Portinadix or Cala Llonga. A cool attraction for them is the Aquarium Cap Blanc, a small aquarium inside a natural cave. Combining your trip, the #1 and mandatory combination is with Formentera. You take a 30-minute ferry and spend the day on the Caribbean island. The second combination is with Barcelona or Madrid. You can take a cheap flight, which takes 30 to 45 minutes, and combine the bustle of Barcelona with the beaches of Ibiza. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much, and have a great trip.